just watch Schitt's Creek.
Okay, you like that?
I thought it was good.
Yeah. Do you think it was?
A little tempered.
No,
I
I
just
just
tempered
Fuck these
approval.
Canadians. These guys suck. Tell them. Look and say Eugene Levy. Fuck you. You suck.
You had
I did not do that. I don't know why I'm even going to say this. I watched the 1 Minute Man.
Oh, thank you.
Basically, yeah, every time. And most of the time, I think you're an idiot.
Guess what? Me too.
I'm like,
Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I gotta give him that. Oh, wait, we're a sponsor deal, right?
Yeah, don't mind. Yeah, that's fine. Well, when do you think I'm an idiot? Give me an example of when you thought I was an idiot.
yeah, because we can tag team him here. I'm with you.
I would have. Now it's going to seem I'm not going to be able to pull it right now. I've been talking to people since like
I know
7:45.
I know
this morning.
you're earning your money, man. You're doing the work.
But yeah, no, I really. I'm trying to think of an example. I think.
No, it's okay. I can just be a general idiot. Like I said, I agree with you most of the time too. I can't tell you how many times I do that, and then like new, information comes to light, and I'm like, well, that video's wrong. Like, that whole fucking thing's right down the toilet. And then all day, they're like, do you say this? I'm like, well, it wasn't happening when it was recording.
Yeah,
so
recording at
sorry,
8
pal.
a.m. It's 3 p.m.
No, we're not doing like journalistic research here, pal.
That's right.
So go fuck yourself. But you, sir, are getting into the book game here, man.
Yeah.
This is a nice piece of work.
I mean, it truly.
is
Because I
cool.
can say this, I have nothing to do with it. It looks beautiful. No, I was very impressed.
There
And-
is something about like a book. I feel like when it does come out nice, it's like, man.
Well, and then I can tell people, like when I first got it, all I could say was, it's thick.
It is. It's a thick one.
It's thick.
It's got girth to it.
Yeah, I was telling people like, because I'm like, a book? Why is a book? That's what we're doing now?
Mm-hmm.
But
Time is cyclical, man. Everything comes back around.
And there's something hipsterish about a book. You know?
I'm a pro book guy. Do you read books?
I do read books.
Come on.
No, I do read books. I do.
Yeah,
know how to
you
read?
got defensive about that. Like, I'm
You
reading
can
books.
I know.
I'm not an idiot like you guys.
I went through thousands and thousands, like NBC had just like buried it of pictures from the show behind the scenes that no one had ever seen before that was out.
That alone is
And the
worth it.
like all these photos that you've never seen before. And the crazy thing was the photographer on the show, like the NBC staff photographer, started dating and is still now partners with Kate Flannery, who played Meredith. So not only do you have like these behind the scene photos, but you have like someone who like became a part of the family, who's taking all the
These great
pictures, like
photos,
definitive pictures of all this time. Yeah, so it was like super fun to go into that.
I saw that go viral. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was like the pictures that Michael actually took at the Christmas party, I think it was, right?
Yeah,
And it was like, because he was actually taking pictures.
Taking
And it was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
How often does something like that happen where like something will go viral where you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't even remember that, like, that not even not remember, like that never even crossed my mind that might be a thing out there.
Yeah, well, like back in the day, we were doing, and part of the book we talk about is that we were really, really almost canceled.
Yeah.
Right. Like we were truly after 6 episodes.
That was after season 1?
We were done. I mean, we were done. And there's a chapter that is called "A Billion Things Had to Go Right," which is something that Mike Schur, who like did Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he's like the most prolific executive producer, not creator now.
He's
But
most,
he said,
too, right?
He's most. But like season 2 started, Steve Carell becomes the biggest movie star on the planet with 40-Year-Old Virgin. And we talked about, like with a bunch of the people, like a room of NBC execs going, fuck, I want to cancel the show, but now we've got Steve Carell. We can't cancel the show, so let's give it a little more time so we don't look like idiots. And then the show just started picking up and gaining steam.
I didn't realize that.
So you owe everything to 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Kind of.
Yeah.
No,
you know,
kind
that
of. No,
doesn't
it was like
happen,
he is our pony. Let's ride him as long as we can. And then there was a bunch of other things like think about this. It hasn't been that long, but video iPod is released.
Was big for The Office?
Season 2. And NBC is like, oh, we like this show. Let's throw The Office on there. Like give them The Office and this stuff. And NBC, which we were like the idiot stepchild on NBC, Apple like puts us on billboards. And now we're in Times Square for Apple, not for NBC. And we immediately become the #1 downloaded show on
shit.
iTunes.
Yeah,
And then-
I used to
yeah.
watch TV shows on when I was commuting into school from the Bronx to Manhattan. I would watch like on video iPod.
Yeah.
I guess what was it called? iPod Touch, whatever it was.
iPod, video iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, and I loved it. I
Yeah.
would like put my hood up and just watch it in the back of the van. It was great, man. It was,
Yeah.
that's little things like that like you can't buy that. You
No.
can't. Like,
Do you think there would have been? I know like Odenkirk came back like later. Do you think it works with Odenkirk? But he like the show works. But do you think without him, because he wouldn't have become a movie star, the show gets canceled?
Yeah, I mean, we have a long discussion, and Allison Jones, who's like a legend at this point, casting director, right? Like Freaks and Geeks, then Us, and Arrested Development.
It's
and,
insane.
No, what
It's
she has done
nuts.
is crazy.
I don't know casting directors.
Right.
you know,
I know.
Yeah.
know that
I'm like,
name.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know the person who does like all those casts. It's crazy.
If you have any one of those to your name, it's all it's
No,
like solid.
no, 100%. But we had a big discussion with her about Odenkirk is in the book, because it was really Steve was on another show, wasn't sure we could have him, wasn't sure he would be able to do the show. Everybody loved Bob. Bob loved the show, wanted to do it, and but that was a fun cameo when him coming back later on, kind of
You
recreating
see,
that.
Steve Carell in the morning show.
Yes.
Is a quite the departure from what he's usually done.
Yes.
It was wild.
Well, but did you see top of my head the wrestling one?
Foxcatcher.
Foxcatcher.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like he's
That was like Oscar
no,
type shit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
unbelievable. Yeah,
Pretty,
he's
it turns out you guys are pretty good actors. I guess. Who fucking knew? Do you think that cranberry sauce belongs on the table at Thanksgiving?
no.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm not a cranberry guy. You're a cranberry guy.
Hang on a second.
You're cranberry guys.
Get this fucking thing out of here.
Ryan,
You're cranberry
You
guy.
coming in here?
It almost like, well, I'm fake cranberry. I don't want I don't want the real stuff. I want like ocean spray out of the can. So it has like the gelatin lines on it.
Right.
And then I cut off slivers
Don't
of it.
ever make that song. Making eye contact me directly ever again.
And this hand motion.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. It was disturbing.
That makes
What?
Thanksgiving. That's one of the separators that makes Thanksgiving dinner different from regular ass dinner.
Okay.
Stuffing as well.
Stuffing, you have gravy during regular ass dinners?
No, I guess I don't.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of separators. Now that
That's
like
it.
the
It's
sweet.
just those three.
So I am a hater on something, and this I understand this is not exactly cranberry, but somehow it feels the same when combined with these other things. I don't like. In fact, I am passionately against warm fruit.
Ooh.
See, okay, how about this? I gotta fight you
Warm
on that
fruit.
because I have sensitive teeth. I use Sensodyne. I'm a 33-year-old man who uses Sensodyne like I have dentures, and I can't do cold fruit. I gotta do warm fruit.
So what? Wait, I'm just like drawing a blank. What are
Yep.
some other warm, like apple pie you don't like?
So yeah, I mean no, like
I
a
actually don't like
crumble,
the-
if there's a lot of crumble, I can do an apple crumble.
I don't
but
like
no,
when there's like lumps of apple.
or like
you know.
like blueberry pie
Yeah.
or like
Do you wanna know something
cherry
crazy?
pie,
Cherry is
apple.
disgusting.
No,
Ugh.
right? Or like pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple on
like
pizza.
warm-
Pineapple
I'm
on
actually- I'm
like
fine
an
with
Easter
it.
ham, like when it's warm.
No.
because I feel like
Why?
fruit used to be like crisp or like like cold,
Correct.
fresh,
Yeah.
and
Right.
and warm is like. bleh.
No, I
See,
like.
you're with me. So
Yeah,
see,
no, I'm
putting
with you on that one.
cranberry.
Well, but I don't
Cran-
think of cranberry as a fruit. I think I literally when I think of cranberry,
You don't think of as a cranberry as a fruit.
I don't.
That's a bold
because
statement.
because
This is
because
What are you
I think of it
talking
as because I think of it as a gelatin in a goddamn can, man. I am never when I think of cranberry, I never once actually picture a cranberry. I picture a
Do it
cylindrical
again.
gelatin.
But look at him. There you go.
I mean, yeah, cranberry's not a fruit. What are you guys crazy?
I mean, like. Intellectually, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
I'm like,
'cause I'm the intellectual one here with
You're
these
right.
two morons.
When I picture an ocean spray bottle. Not
Yes.
that. But ocean
Yes.
spray comes in the can too.
But it's still a can.
Also,
fruit.
it's cold.
Wait a minute.
I have it cold, so I don't. That's why I didn't think of this at all. My ocean spray comes out of the fridge in a gelatin form. It's a cold fruit.
No, and most of it is cold, but right, combining the cranberry sauce on you want it to be combined with
like,
like
the
hot
hot-
turkey.
Yeah, yes, that's
it then turns into hot
Cranberry.
It's a
Fruit.
hot fruit.
Warm fruit.
I
get
oddly
it.
know Michael Schur also hates hot fruit.
Oh, he does?
I've like seen him tweet about this. Like,
Warm-
I'm embarrassed to know this, but like Michael Schur shares your stance on against hot fruit.
There he goes.
He's very passionate.
You guys
about
stick together, huh? Thick as thieves.
It has become a phrase from right. So like a buddy, like you call him luggage, right? Like just luggage. I also call him warm fruit. You're just a warm fruit. Just useless.
That's so mean.
That is like
that's
the meanest
one of
thing I've ever heard.
Especially when you have your view on warm fruit.
Yeah.
You're like you are nothing. You are being carried by everyone else here. There is nothing for you. You bring nothing to the table. You are fucking warm.
Disgusting.
Fruit. There you go. Warm fruit.
What are your top dishes at Thanksgiving then?
Well, the stuffing, dressing,
number
whatever
one.
you call it, right?
Dressing. People call it
'cause-
dressing.
I don't know. Why don't you say it with some
Stuffing.
fucking conviction? Say it with your
No,
chest.
you
I'm
said-
asking
no.
you. You're like, I don't know.
No.
stuffing.
I feel like that's a regional thing. What you call it?
Oh,
That's
okay,
my
got it,
only
got
no.
it. Some people call
Stuffing.
it dressing.
Yeah, because
yeah,
let's face it,
stuffing.
most people don't stuff it in the turkey anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
My mom does.
Really?
Fucking right up its ass. Yeah.
Well,
Right up its ass.
yeah, no, and I think that to your point, and I guess if I liked cranberry, I'd feel the same way. That is not a thing that I eat other than like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Dressing, stuffing.
You know, there's a turkey shortage.
That's just the start of a joke? No, no.
No, there's literally a turkey shortage.
Oh,
because there's just like a shortage of everything right now.
Right.
So
Because we're bringing
that's
turkeys from China. Is that why they're stuck? Everything's stuck. It's stuck in the port of Los Angeles. Really? I didn't know that we imported turkeys
Yeah,
from
I
China.
think why
Kevin's
is this
doing that
applying-
for tomorrow's 1 minute, man. Turkey
Yeah.
shortages. Fuck,
You better
man.
watch out. There will be. I think turkey's like double the price right now.
Yeah.
It's the mass turkey shortage of 2021.
Do you do your top 5 episodes in here? And if not, can you do them right now? Actually, not top 5. What's your top episode from Kevin? Not The Office. Kevin's top episode.
Oh, Kevin's top episode?
I think.
Well, I mean,
Don't make that noise ever again.
We make a lot of weird noises on this show, so.
well, I mean, for me personally, the funniest story that, because to me it was a joke that was set up for 4 years, right? Was Dwight trying to convince Holly that Kevin was slow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that storyline was so much fun, and there became this huge, and that was bridging a summer, right? So it was like the end of one season, starting the next season, and there was a huge debate when people came back in the summer, like almost that got physical, where people were like, "This is a story that can never die. We have to continue this forever," and other people were like, "Come on, we're trying to create reality here. How long can this go on?" But that storyline was, I have told you this before, but for me, just personally, the moment when I never successfully I was unable to keep from laughing was when Holly is at the vending machine. And I'm like, the story is Kevin is trying to decide what to buy at the vending machine. Holly believes that Kevin is unsure of what he is holding in his hand and starts describing, and her face, her innocence, her purity, her trying to help says this is a button. That she had to tell Kevin what a button was made me laugh. So I told the story before, but I knew what was coming next to the script was like a direct address to camera and me saying, "I'm totally gonna bang Holly." And so I was like, okay, I think I can actually kind of laugh, smile, and look at the camera, because then it's like, oh, look, she likes me, and I can get away with it. But that I couldn't. I mean, at this point, the chili thing has just become. You know.
Do you hate that kind of stuff?
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't hate it. It's just
Hacky.
no. The only thing that is hard for me is, which I'm sure even you guys get this, is the like 100th time today in New York City that someone has said something like, don't spill the chili.
Yeah.
And as though it's the first time that joke has ever been made to me.
Right.
That's old.
Right.
It becomes harder and harder to laugh. Like,
Right.
Do you
Just
still
kinda
try
like-
and do that, like the fan enthusiasm? Like, yes. Or you still kind of like,
it's not quite. I don't go that far.
Yeah. No, see, I have
No.
a good fake laugh. I've perfected the fake laugh.
Oh.
I'll give you lessons if you
That's
like.
good. No, I mean, overall,
The fucking actor over here. I can't fake a laugh.
overall, I've been doing it the whole time I've been here, actually.
Walk into that one.
No, I mean, look, the show. Well, let me ask you this. I'll flip it around. Do you feel like the show brings comfort?
Oh, hugely. Yes.
I think The Office is like a like if I was like a psychologist, I would like prescribe it to people. Like
It-
watch this every night before you go to bed. Like it brings you happiness, it brings you comfort, repetition, like all that. Yeah, I mean,
I've described it
big time
as
comfort
because
show.
it's like adult bedtime stories because like I've seen it so many times I don't even have to watch it.
Right.
So what I do is I put it on TV and then I can just go and close my eyes and I can picture exactly what is happening. So I'm seeing the story in my head.
Right.
But because I've seen it. I would probably say I've been through the whole series 50 times, like an insane amount of times.
Seen
Right.
that.
And so I can just close my eyes and I fall asleep to that without having to watch the glow of the television.
Right.
But yeah, it is exceptionally comforting. In fact, my therapist tells me that it's because you know what's coming, so there's no anxiety about what's about to happen.
Right. That's actually interesting. But so like to be totally real, I find it. I'm not an overly emotional person, but that people come up and not just tell me stories about the show and how it has brought them comfort in a difficult time, but actually me palpably feeling the need from them to tell me this particular
Yeah,
story
yeah.
that is incredibly moving and passionate to me. So like in all sincerity, like that feeling I feel so much having to deal with the idiot who makes the chili joke and expects that I haven't heard it. Having those interactions are far outweigh in terms of the positive.
Okay, let me throw something at you.
Okay.
Guy comes up to you on the street and tells you how much you spilling the chili has gotten him through a tough time. And now we're mixing those two together.
Now
He's
you're
making
you're an idiot. No, but I will say this: I sort of had this I guess bit. I don't know if it's a bit, but that I do think there are a couple different types of people, and someone who comes up to me and just hammers on how hilarious the chili seed is. I think this is a potential psychopath. Like I think
it's just the man dropping something.
Yes, like
In a vacuum, it's really not that.
It's hilarious. I'll be this crazy
It's
guy
a
for a second.
well
It's
done-
hilarious.
I mean, there is, quite a bit of skilled physical comedy. I don't know what you were looking at, but no, but that to me, the combination of that physical and what everything that is behind it and what you know about him and him trying to have this small victory, I think is, it's well written.
Did you, when it kind of wrapped up, obviously you didn't know what was coming because, I think last time you were on, you told us like the second wind of Netflix, where it's still like the most watched show in the world, surprised you, and podcasts didn't even exist, so you didn't know you were going to start that. But did you have any idea of like the lifeblood or the half-life, whatever the scientific term for it is, the show would have?
No, I mean that's
what's crazy.
That's
right?
the thing is that
you went viral for like $1 million on Cameo a year or something like that.
You're
Like
making big money on Cameo.
my guys can't.
You son of a bitch!
listen.
What do you charge? Like
listen.
$1,000 a video? You jerk off? This is crazy. You're trying to steal all the Cameo money out there.
Listen. You can't believe everything you read. Okay?
So how much is it?
You can
900
you can believe a lot of it. But you can't believe everything you read. No, look. It's the show. Here's another crazy thing, and actually, I think we talk about this in the book too, like why people respond to it. I honestly think this is the case, which is like. It makes it so mind-blowing that networks still make the same choices they make year after year. But just think about it. Like this show came out of essentially, and Ben Silverman, my partner on the book and executive producer, he says we were coming out of Friends and like Baywatch, which was like Friends in bikinis, right? Like everyone had to be. And the chairman of NBC talked to me about it. He was like, there was a thing in network television, which was they have to be funny and they have to be hot. And that was never a part of television before, but it sort of happened. And I do truly think that like, again, to go deep for the second time, but that the whole end of the book is about the end of the show, which is Pam saying, you know, why do I think they made a documentary? There's beauty in ordinary things. Isn't that kind of the point? And last week, 2 weeks ago, I went back for the first time in years and to the set, and it's a terrible street in a really bad area, and quite frankly, an unattractive building. I mean, you see it right there.
Oh, yeah, no.
However,
it's a paper company building type. You know,
yes, it's a Scranton office park mall thing.
Yeah,
but the beauty that was created in that, and with the people there, I do think that's what brings it back. It's like these people are ordinary.
Yeah.
Ryan is ordinary.
Right.
And yet there's like something has happened and I want to be a part of that thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
If that's right.
no, absolutely. It's real.
Wasn't it intentionally done, like even with the dress and stuff like that with characters, that it wasn't, the clothes were kind of ill-fitting? And
everybody here looks
it was like what you
slob.
see in
you all like Pennsylvania slobs.
Yes. There was a story, we talk about it in the book actually, which was finding a love interest for Jim, or there's an episode called Hot Girl or whatever, and the conversation was Scranton hot.
Yeah.
Hot New York or LA.
Scranton 10 is in New York 1 or whatever.
Yes, and Amy Adams, who was cast as that was a huge conversation, was like, is she Scranton hot?
Yeah, but then everyone on the show moved to the big city.
Is she?
Yeah, Amy Adams, Jim. I mean, everyone's just hot now.
Yeah.
That's what Kevin always says, that there's no such thing as hot and ugly. It's just
rich and poor.
rich and poor.
That's really it, man. That's how you got that cameo money. You're gonna be looking good. You know?
Is it weird, like going back, like with I think, like, what was it, Office Diversity or whatever, got taken off something, where it's like, is it weird looking back, going through the book and being like, are you often like, ooh, I don't know if that would work today? Because I haven't watched it still today. I think 99.9% it holds up, but there are still some where I'm like, ooh, I wonder if they get away with that.
Yeah, see, I'm a little bit different on this, which was, I feel like, so Michael Scott says something really inappropriate. Like, in fact, I will share with you guys the example of, to me, one of the like most perfect moments that someone might say, oh, you can't say today. But Michael is really, really trying to connect, right? He's really trying to connect and understand. And he sits down in the chair. I remember it to this day. Sits down in the chair and he sits backwards, but it's kind of too wide. So he's kind of weirdly straddling this thing and gets down to Oscar. And he says to Oscar, what is a term that's less offensive than Mexican? And he's like, there's nothing offensive about it. Yeah. But what is something that's less offensive than Mexican? And people say, well, someone might say, you can't say that. But here's what happens in that scene. You got 15 other characters, other people that are in the scene, all telling you that is an inappropriate thing to say, right? So the message is actually woke.
Correct.
It's actually future, like,
we're singling him out as the idiot.
You're singling him out as the idiot for not, for speaking inappropriately.
I never, because I don't like that when people are like, you can't say that. I think you can say anything you want. I just wonder if it would work. I think you guys made so much work that is like, oh, I don't know if I could make that work, but I think you guys did such an incredible job making basically everything.
I think that scene would get laughs, but there, like people of Mexican heritage would be upset by it, But
maybe.
But I don't. I think that it's still that premise is funny,
right?
But I mean,
right?
Who knows? Yeah. What do you watch
now?
Yeah,
I did. I was late to the game. I did just watch Schitt's Creek.
Okay, you like that?
I thought it was good.
Yeah. Do you think it was?
A little tempered.
Tempered. These Canadians, these guys suck. Tell them. Look and say Eugene Levy. Fuck you. You suck.
I did not do that.
You
I
had
just
more
rolled
fruitful
G son of a bitches.
Yeah. I didn't say.
I tend to be with you. I think it was very good. I'll give it very good. I'm not going to hit it with a great.
It was very good. No, it's very good.
Yeah.
I thought it was very good. No, I
see the headlines now. Brian Baumgartner hates Schitt's Creek.
No.
So then, what's a show that you think is great?
This will be unpopular, and I've actually given some true thought to like why this. Well, what I'm currently watching right now, it's just taken me a little bit long, but I am going back and I'm watching The Sopranos. Right now, I'm watching The Sopranos.
I tried to do that because I missed it. I find like I can't get into it because it's almost too old, and I missed the boat. And there's nobody,
Interesting. But to me, the best show on it's a drama. Spoiler alert! But the best show on television now is *Handmaid's Tale*.
I still haven't seen that one.
But here's the crazy thing, because I love Breaking Bad, Sopranos, some of these other dramas, and the one thing that *Handmaid's Tale* doesn't have at all, which makes me go like, it must be really, really good, because there's no comedy. There is
not
nothing. There is.
I know the plot line.
There is nothing funny. But even The Sopranos, I just watched the episode where they do the intervention on Christopher to tell him that. Oh, you haven't seen the show.
No, but I think I know.
He does this intervention on Christopher, and it turns into this like. This just like him calling his mom a whore. Like, it was like, what is happening right now? And it's
some comedic
really, really, really funny. Also terribly dark, but *Handmaid's Tale*.
Okay, so Brian Baumgartner thinks *Handmaid's Tale* is better than *Schitt's Creek*.
I will say that.
Yeah, okay.
No, I will. I will. I think
actors on *Handmaid's Tale* are better than the actors on *Schitt's Creek*.
No, I wouldn't say that. Never say that. Never say that. No.
All right, we're being told to wrap it up. So,
all right.
Thank you as always. The Ultimate Oral History of The Office is the book by Brian and Ben Silverman. If you are a fan of The Office, this is a must-have.
You are a living person. I'm taking that home, by the way.
Yeah,
I have dibs on that.
Perfect.
That's fair. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you so
Thank you.
All right, the holiday season is approaching. All I want for Christmas this year is YouTube subscribers. We got to get to 100,000. I want that 100,000 plaque. We've got a goal for all you out there, for everybody. At 100,000 subscribers, Polly Feidelberg will join us on the show. Maybe. Well, if not, we'll probably have to trick her into it. But at 100K, you will get Polly content. So subscribe, click the bell icon so you get notifications so that you're always watching. Leave a comment below. Talk about it. Post about it. Spread word. Tell your friends. 100,000 subscribers on KFC Radio for Polly Feidelberg. Let's make it happen.